Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the Real English Podcast. I'm Jack.
And I'm Emily. We're so happy you're listening today.
Emily, you look a bit tired today. What's going on?
Oh, it's terrible. My boss gave me another huge promotion, and I have too much money.
Wow, that really sounds like a very difficult problem for you.
Right, that was just a joke, but it's called a humble brag.
Exactly. That's our topic today. We're looking at false modesty.
Have you noticed people doing this online or at your job?
Oh yeah, all the time. People complain just to show off.
Good point. Nobody likes someone who openly brags about their success.
So, they cleverly hide their boast inside a tiny fake complaint.
Why is this an important topic for our advanced learners today?
Detecting a humble brag requires really good social awareness and language skills.
That's interesting. You really have to read between the lines, right?
Yes, you must catch the subtle mismatch between negative words and proud intentions.
Understanding this will help you navigate tricky social situations in real life.
It really does. Are you ready to decode some of these complaints?
Absolutely. Let's jump right into the vocabulary preview to learn some helpful words.
Self-deprecating. So, what does this actually mean in everyday conversation?
It usually means making yourself look small or unimportant.
Right. Like telling a joke about your own flaws.
Exactly. Why do people naturally want to do that?
Well, it definitely makes them seem much more approachable.
Yeah, but in a humble brag, it's just a clever trick.
That's so true. They just complain to hide a boast.
Have you ever used a self-deprecating joke before, Jack?
Oh, definitely. I usually joke about my terrible cooking skills.
Same here. But it really is a great cover for bragging. Understatement. This is a really useful word for advanced learners.
Yeah, it sure is. What's the best way to explain it?
It's when you present something as much smaller than it is.
Like winning a huge award and saying it was nothing.
Exactly. It makes the big success seem completely effortless.
Do you hear this kind of thing a lot at work?
All the time. People love to downplay their massive wins.
Right. They use an understatement just to seem totally modest.
But really, they just want you to be totally impressed.
Validation. This is definitely the secret goal of every humble brag.
It really is. So, what are they actually looking for?
They just want praise or approval from other people.
Yeah, they really want you to tell them they're great.
Right? They just want someone to validate their worth.
Do you think social media makes this behavior worse?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone wants those likes and supportive comments.
Exactly. It's just a constant search for outside validation.
So true. We all crave a little recognition sometimes.
Now that we know the words, let's hear them in action. Up next is the dialogue.
Did you see David's new post this morning?
You mean his complaint about having too many new clients?
Yeah, that's the one. I found it quite funny, actually.
I just rolled my eyes. He was trying to be self-deprecating.
Right. He was acting like his success is a terrible burden.
Calling it a heavy burden is a massive understatement.
He clearly just wants some validation from the whole team.
Exactly. Why do people disguise their bragging like that?
I'm guessing they think direct boasting looks really bad.
That makes sense. Have you ever tried that sneaky tactic?
No way. I prefer to just celebrate my wins honestly.
Good point. What do you say when you have good news?
I just say I'm really happy about a successful project.
That's perfect. Fake modesty just feels a bit silly anyway.
Welcome back, everyone. Did you catch those useful words in the dialogue?
Yeah, I heard some great advanced vocabulary there.
Exactly. It's time to break down our language takeaway.
Are you ready to dive in?
I sure am. Let's look at the first phrase.
We heard the phrase trying to be self-deprecating.
Right. Self-deprecating. What does that actually mean?
It means making jokes about your own flaws.
You put yourself down, right?
Exactly. It's a way to seem humble.
But in a humble brag, it's a trick. Why do people do that?
Because it hides the boast. Have you ever done that?
Maybe once or twice. I usually just joke about my terrible cooking.
That's a classic self-deprecating joke.
Good point. Let's move on to the next one.
The next word is understatement.
We heard the phrase, a massive understatement.
Yeah. What is an understatement anyway?
It means making something sound much smaller than it really is.
So, calling a huge mansion a tiny house is an understatement?
Exactly. People use it to avoid sounding too arrogant.
Do you hear this a lot at work?
Oh yeah! Someone will say their huge project was just a little task.
That's definitely a massive understatement.
It really is. What's our last word today?
The last word is validation.
Ah, wanting some validation.
Right? Why do humble braggers want validation?
They want people to praise them and say they are great.
Validation means getting approval from others, right?
Yes, it's that warm feeling when people like your new photo.
I think we all want a little validation sometimes.
Very true. Social media is completely built on it.
That's an interesting point. It's just human nature.
We just talked about the psychology behind the humble brag.
Right? We looked at how people try to sound modest.
Exactly. Now let's look at the actual phrases people use.
We hear these a lot online, don't we?
Oh, definitely. Let's start with how people minimize a win.
Yeah, they often use the phrase, "It was no big deal."
That's a classic setup for an understated brag.
Right? They say, "It was no big deal, but..."
Like, it was no big deal, but I got the promotion.
Have you ever caught yourself using that one?
Maybe once or twice. It softens the news, right?
It does, but people usually see right through it.
True. Another common pattern is acting confused by your success.
You mean playing the totally clueless card?
Exactly. People say, I have no idea how I managed to.
Oh, I see that one all the time on social media.
Like, I have no idea how I managed to win again.
Right? It makes it sound like a lucky accident.
Yeah, which makes the person feel much less arrogant.
But it is definitely still a boast. What's the last pattern?
The last one is about fishing for sympathy from others.
Ah, I know this one, the classic fake complaint.
Yes, people say, please tell me I'm not the only one.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who hates first class.
That's a great example. You ask for support while bragging.
It completely masks the boast behind a fake shared struggle.
These are so common in everyday conversation.
They really are. Let's look closely at how these patterns work.
Now let's listen to the dialogue one more time so you can practice your advanced listening skills. And easily spot every self-deprecating remark, understatement, and subtle plea for validation.
Did you see David's new post this morning?
You mean his complaint about having too many new clients?
Yeah, that's the one. I found it quite funny, actually.
I just rolled my eyes. He was trying to be self-deprecating.
Right. He was acting like his success is a terrible burden.
Calling it a heavy burden is a massive understatement.
He clearly just wants some validation from the whole team.
Exactly. Why do people disguise their bragging like that?
I'm guessing they think direct boasting looks really bad.
That makes sense. Have you ever tried that sneaky tactic?
No way. I prefer to just celebrate my wins honestly.
Good point. What do you say when you have good news?
I just say I'm really happy about a successful project.
That's perfect. Fake modesty just feels a bit silly anyway.
Welcome back, everyone. Did you catch all those subtle humble brags?
I definitely did. Sarah and Mark were spot on about David's post.
Yeah, complaining about too many clients is a classic move.
Exactly. It is the perfect example of cleverly disguising a boast.
Have you ever rolled your eyes at a post like that?
Oh, absolutely. I see them on social media all the time.
Right? People just want validation without looking arrogant.
That makes total sense, but fake modesty is still pretty annoying.
Now it's time to practice speaking these advanced phrases yourself.
That's right, we picked out some great sentences from the dialogue.
Speaking out loud helps lock the new vocabulary in your brain.
So, find a comfortable spot and get ready to talk.
You're going to hear the lines read by Mark today.
Just listen closely and repeat right after him. Let's go.
You mean his complaint about having too many new clients? He was trying to be self-deprecating. Calling it a heavy burden is a massive understatement. He clearly just wants some validation from the whole team. Why do people disguise their bragging like that? I'm guessing they think direct boasting looks really bad. I prefer to just celebrate my wins, honestly. Fake modesty just feels a bit silly anyway.
Great job on the practice, everyone.
Yeah, mastering advanced phrases takes time, so keep it up.
Thank you so much for hanging out and learning with us today.
If you enjoyed this episode, please drop a like and share it.
Exactly. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a lesson.
We really appreciate your support. Keep building those communication skills.
Goodbye for now, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
See you next time. Have a fantastic week.